Ahoy, Let's Watchers, it's me, your valiant Captain Vasco. In the last episode, we, wandered our way back through the umpteen-thousandth field full of Chupacabra monsters, and completed a quest for our good friend Dan. Speaking of Dan, you're Darren the house husband. Where did Dan go?
There must be somewhere.
Okay. He does actually register as a friend now.
Just what I wanted. Do come back now.
That's right. Who needs a top?
I can't really imagine that there's any benefit to friendship.
Hello, shopkeeper.
So I don't really know what the point of doing that is. I guess you get guild seals out of it. Anyway, I'm sick to death of Chupacabras, and if I go anywhere but the plot, I'm gonna have to deal with them. So, let's go to the plot. Nope. I always want to think it's like the furthest point to the left. But it's slightly souther than that. Go to the throne room. Yes. How's everybody doing? It's Monday! Well, it's Monday if you're watching this when I make it public. That's not even true. I post these so late at night usually. It's technically Tuesday by the time I do it. I'm recording this on Monday. So, that's all I have to say about that. Hopefully someday I'll get back onto a reasonable upload schedule. And this again, I hate this. I hate the oh, the texture just kinda changed? That doesn't seem good. Is the game like self-destructing while I play it? Committing suicide out of boredom from
Today
these
you must decide
two-button
how
tasks?
much protection to grant Aurora. Kaylin will offer her proposal. Riva will stand against her.
You may speak.
Your Majesty, as you know, the threat from the deserts that surrounds my city has not diminished. The darkness could fall upon us once more at any moment. Aurora is part of your kingdom now, and I ask that you grant us protection. Build a desert outpost that can warn my people should the crawler attack. It shall allow us to leave the city in time and ensure the survival of your loyal subjects.
A desert outpost? I've never heard such nonsense. What shall we do next? Erect taverns under the sea? Plant crops on mountain peaks? It is a foolhardy
Okay, for a second I thought that was his
Why
whole argument.
should our
Screw
valiant
deserts.
soldiers suffer
Deserts are
sunstroke
terrible.
and chapped lips in a distant land when they could be protecting the people of this very city? Is it really worth risking the lives of all the people outside these walls for a mere alarm system? Of course not. Let us leave the funds and the soldiers where they belong, right here.
The darkness poses a threat to us all. But Aurora has already suffered more than its fair share. The final decision rests with you.
It seemed like a
Your
contrary
Majesty.
point to the thing he just said. He acted like it was. Didn't seem like it, though. Anyway, I'm at this point, I don't hold any illusion that I'll be able to assemble
My
anything
people will not survive.
remotely
another
resembling the
attack.
fortune I need to protect the kingdom.
We shall become
And since
extinct.
the Crawler King
And
is
you
coming
permit that
from
to happen.
Aurora and the desert area, I think it makes enough sense to build a fort there. So I'm gonna do that.
Aurora is under our protection. It is our duty to build this outpost.
The king's decision is final. A military outpost shall be erected in the deserts that surround Aurora.
We shall not forget this gesture. Aurora
You'll
thanks
probably
you.
forget it when you're all dead.
Ah, you are a whimsical monarch, and that is why you are so beloved. Very well.
Since
Job
when?
done.
I thought people mostly, were apathetic or disliked me. I haven't made a lot of good decisions. Well, it's time for yet another judgment.
Viva Industries is proud to present an exotic tale of romance, adventure, and sand. the desert outpost.
Interesting. I shouldn't be surprised that Reaver Industries would build the fort.
Of the Mistpeak dwellers.
But I wonder what would have happened if I had not built a fort.
Today, you decide on the fate of Mistpeak, home of the dwellers, Your Majesty.
That guy totally just phased into existence, by the way.
And their land. Reaver will dispute his cause.
You may speak.
I come here seeking nothing but what was promised me and my people. You pledged to restore our home mountains and our right to dwell in them. We have fulfilled our end of the bargain. We have paid with our lives to sit you on that throne. Now you must fulfill your end. Undo the damage your brother did to our land, and our agreement shall be satisfied.
Your Majesty, this sounds both an unnecessary expense and an impudent demand. What value is there in a few trees languishing amongst snow and rock? This is not the time to indulge some idyllic fantasy. Those forests are a resource, and we are in dire need of resources. I propose we expand on your brother's
interesting camera angle.
And take what nature offers.
Might help if
so
Sabine
readily.
would
Say
have
the word,
some semblance of posture.
And I will transform the worthless wasteland of Mistpeak into assets we can use to defend Albion.
These hands are not yet so old or weak that I can't wring that pretty little neck of yours, Reaver.
The refined retort of a true mountain goat.
You made a promise to Sabine. But it's up to you whether you decide to honor it.
Well, for one, Sabine is, like, easily the best character in this game. He is... His second place competition is here standing next to him. His argument's kind of crappy, though. Plus, it doesn't look like it costs all that much. Like, they picked the worst font to tell you how much something costs to do. Like, it does not show up well on the TV screen. All I can tell is that it's 5 digits instead of 6, which is, you know, usually what people are asking. They're like, oh, we should spend like 700,000 gold coins to build a park.
Honor your promise.
But looks like he's asking for like 50,000 or something, and like that's nothing. I don't care about that.
I will keep my promise to the dwellers. The Mistpeak Mountains will be restored.
Mistpeak shall become a protected region, and the dwellers shall be granted authority over its forests and resources.
You are true to your word and your honor. The dwellers will stand by you till the end.
Hooray, this day is over because nothing interesting gets to happen on this day.
The forests of Mistpeak
at least not in terms of the story.
Our greatest national treasure, and now, thanks to Reaver Industries, they have returned to their past splendor. Dwellers, birds,
okay, seriously, I think the country of Fablevania needs some serious trust busting. I don't think there's actually a company beyond Reaver Industries. And while I love the guy to death, that doesn't quite seem right. It seems problematic.
Happy anniversary, Your Majesty. 1 year as King of Albion. Doesn't time just fly?
Ooh, that's bad,
to
isn't it?
celebrate this momentous day, I have prepared some fantastic events. First, you will stand still for several hours while a local artist paints your portrait. Then, you will choose the 47 varieties of flowers you wish to be cast at your feet as you parade through the city. Oh, and you will need to sign thousands of autographs, of course. Let's see, you will also...
Oh, good. Our blind seer did something incredibly useful for once. She stopped Hobson from talking. It does take a great amount of magical power to be able to do that. Anyway, it looks like things may be wrapping up pretty soon. It's not gonna go so well. I mean, I don't even have $1 million in the treasury, so yeah, that's gonna be bad.
The day has come, King. It is time for you to face the darkness. But you will do so in your true form. Over the past year, you have made decisions that reveal your nature, and which have affected the lives of all your subjects. You have tried to be a just and popular ruler, but your good intentions have come at a great cost. Most of your people will not survive this attack. But you are more than a king. You are a hero. You are Albion's champion, its protector.
I am
this
the angel chicken man.
You had to take Logan's place. Only you can defeat the creature that dwells in the shadows. If you do not, your kingdom will be gone, and you will die with it. Now go. Do what you were born to do.
Gotta be honest, I didn't see this coming. I've made a lot of really bad decisions. Mostly because Paige is usually arguing for something that's sensible, and I don't like her at all. Anyway, I think we'll call it quits here. And the next episode we'll gear up and figure out exactly what the hell's going on. Yeah, join me for the beginning of the end game.